Welcome back, everyone, to the Chamber Radio Hour. This is Ed Dwyer of Dwyer Advisory with Scott Maynard, and we just had a couple of great guests, and the story about the county is putting together a kind of a party, it feels like, to go to Tallahassee and bring along all sorts of, the real assets that we have in the county to share with the legislative body in Tallahassee. So that's going to be a lot of fun.
And we have so many assets to share, so that is... I tell people all the time, this is such a diverse county. You've got 46 miles of coastline. You've got a huge agricultural presence. We have a huge healthcare presence, a manufacturing presence here. All of the fun and entertainment from golf to beaches to the river to trails and sports. So it's just a great opportunity for St. Johns County to showcase all that it is in Tallahassee.
That's right. Well, you heard from Laurel Berntsen in the last segment, and she is really helping the county with kind of the planning of this, because it really sounds like an event. Well, she's also now back in her other capacity, which is the owner of Old City Occasions, and is I guess you could explain the role, but affiliated with Ancient City Farmstead, which is out at St. Mark's Pond. And we were talking offline that I was at an event for the homeless shelter a few months ago, and it's just a beautiful facility, really a great location, too. You quickly feel like you're in the middle of nowhere, but you're right off of US 1. And so, Scott, maybe a little bit more, because I know there's Laurel's a new chamber member, which we like to feature, right? With Code Ninjas has been with us for a little bit, and now a new member.
Absolutely. And Laurel is an award-winning member. Right. She was Volunteer of the Year for the state of Florida. So we're always excited to showcase our award-winning members. Absolutely.
There's a lot going on.
Absolutely. But Laurel, talk a little bit about Ancient City Farmstead and what's out there and what is the main focus of that event space.
Well, thank you for the lovely introduction. Ancient City Farmstead, we just launched this year. We are a new agritourism events venue located centrally in St. Johns County. We are on 46 acres, and we have 3 facilities which can accommodate thousands of people, large-scale festivals, smaller, intimate, corporate events, weddings, you name it. The goal of Ancient City Farmstead is to be a community space, a space for everyone to be able to hold events, whether they need to, big or small. We have plenty of parking. That's our big goal here. Advertise our parking. So we see these events that maybe have outgrown their space that the county has been holding for years. People are maybe a little discouraged because they don't have parking. They're difficult to get to with the traffic. So being located off of International Golf Parkway right next to US 1, people find that it's very easy to get to. We recently held the Food and Wine Festival at the Ancient City Farmstead, so we're looking forward to more events like that where we can bring already established events that the county and people look forward to year after year, showcase them at the farmstead with what we have to offer. One of the facilities is an 8,000 square foot climate-controlled barn. So that's unique because you can hold events any time of year, especially the summertime, it being air-conditioned. It's nice and cool, and just the vast space people really enjoy. We have Highland cows. We have a horse sanctuary on site, lots of wildlife. Coming up, we host the Christmas Experience. This will be our second year hosting this, ancientcitychristmasexperience.com. The Christmas Experience is awesome. It kind of, what I hear from people is it brings them back to the nostalgia of when the AMP used to do the ice skating. It's kind of a core memory for everyone in St. Johns County. We have an ice skating rink. We have Santa every night. Dan and Paul Laubacher, our owners, they bring down a 50-plus foot Christmas tree from upstate New York. We light that every night. We have a grand lighting. We've noticed that families, this is something that they've been asking and thriving for in St. Johns County. It's open from the day after Thanksgiving to the weekend before Christmas so that Santa can head back to the North Pole.
A great compliment to Nights of Lights.
It
Give
is.
somebody
It's
an
wonderful.
alternative as well.
Whether you're heading there from Jacksonville or heading home too, you can stop in and see us. ancientcitychristmas.com is the website for that, and we do have social media as well. If anyone would like to participate or would like to go ahead and buy their tickets, I'd encourage you to visit ancientcitychristmas.com for that.
Yeah. And Laura, you also have Old City Occasions event planning. Talk a little bit about how you got into the event planning space.
Well, it's kind of funny. I switched careers. I took a career switch about 12 years ago, and I really just kind of wanted to follow my passion, which was putting together, at that time, was smaller parties, dinner parties, birthday parties. And I found myself getting called by friends and asked to put together their parties because they enjoyed mine. So it's kind of grown organically, and it's just really a passion of mine. I love the organization. I love the planning process, and I love being able to help everyone put together their vision and make it come to life. So that's really helped too now with this planning of St. Johns County Legislative Day. I am the events director at the Farmstead. So if anybody comes to the Farmstead and needs a little bit of guidance with their events, we're here to help.
So what is the one thing, or maybe there's more than one, that people need to know about event planning that they don't normally think about?
That they need a planner.
Yes.
You need to call a professional. We think of things that you do not think of. I often get called when people are about halfway through the process and have realized that they need a planner. We have the resources. If you can think of it, if you can show me a picture of what you want to do or even describe it, we can make it happen. That's what we do. And so we take your ideas. It's still your concept. We just make it come to life and make the day a lot easier for you too. No one wants to be running around handling last minute details at their own party.
Obviously, the wedding is a big market for St. Augustine and St. Johns County. Is it still like that? Is that a big part of what you're doing, I would think?
Weddings are huge. We don't focus on weddings. Yeah. We focus on more of the before and after, bachelorette parties. We do weddings, but we do more of wedding design. The Farmstead does hold weddings, so we are involved in that aspect there. But Old City Occasions is more for corporate events, dinner parties, birthday parties. I love corporate. I love larger scale events like Legislative Day and creating a plan. You know, Joel and I have really been working on this, creating a plan so that next year it's just a well-oiled machine. And the same goes for any event we hold at the Farmstead too. We create a due process so that it's only easier for the next client that comes through.
Yep. And there is certainly a lot to be said of having a planner to take the worry and not understanding away. That is worth, to somebody like me, that is worth a tremendous amount. If I can give it a project to Laurel and walk away and know when I show up, it's going to be exactly like I suspected it's going to be, man, that is there's a lot of value in that.
That's right.
Yep.
That's the goal, yes. And, we're problem solvers. So should a problem arise during your party or minutes before, we're there to help, and you don't even know it happened. You just get to enjoy the evening.
I always told staff that, we want to be like that duck on the water where everything looks smooth, even though our legs might be kicking heavily underneath.
I actually use that a lot, yes.
So make the appearance look smooth. Well, we've got a few things coming up at the Chamber this month, and are excited about that. Chamber After Hours is going to be hosted by the City of St. Augustine on September 10th, and looking forward to participating with them. Be a great way to wrap up a work day, go downtown after work. There'll be lots of refreshments, lots of engaging conversation there, and so looking forward to that. And then the next day on September 11th, Chamber at noon, Tracy Phillips is going to be talking about and really talking about elevating your brand visibility and generating revenue growth. So it's going to be one of our biz programs, and she has been in business for, 25 plus years, and really has a heart and passion for this. So she wants to equip business owners and entrepreneurs with tools to really build that trust and grow your business. So take advantage of that. And then finally, Economic Development Council breakfast is September 26th. This month's topic is going to be on infrastructure. We have somebody coming in from Florida Department of Transportation to talk about the First Coast Expressway. We're seeing construction starting, but how is that really coming, and are they on track? So we're going to get an update from that. And then Joy Andrews, our county from the county, is going to be there to also talk about the other infrastructure projects that are going on throughout the county. We have quite a few, and they are really making progress. So I want to hear an update from Joy, our county administrator, about that.
That'll be a great EDC event. All of that is out on the Chamber's website. Register to attend all those different events in the month of September. Really want to thank Laurel Berntsen again for being here as part of the whole journey. We were going to bring St. Johns County to the Capitol in February. She's working with them. And I do go check out Ancient City Farmstead. It is a wonderful facility. With that, everyone, have a great Saturday, and we will be back on October 4th.